Well, today we're doing some modifications to the field roller. As I mentioned before, when we initially built the field roller, the hydraulic cylinders we used to raise the field roller were just not quite strong enough. So, as you see here on the floor, the nearest cylinder to us is the new cylinders, and the ones next to it, those are the ones we just took off. So we took off the cylinder. It was a 4x8 hydraulic cylinder that we took off, and we're replacing it with a 5x12. So that should have significantly more capabilities to pick this thing up adequately. So we had to, here on the top, this tube here is where the top ram mount was. And down there, that shiny spot is where the lower ram mount is, or was. So you can see there with the pin, that's the new lower ram mount. And then here on the back side now of the upper tube is the top ram mount. So we made them out of a 3/4 inch plate, plasma cut them out, and then used an annular cutter to cut the holes for the 1.5 inch pins. We need to make some hold-ups for when it's not sitting on the rams. You can see here's the old, these are the old ram mounts here laying on top of one of the rollers. But this is the old hold-ups that we were using before. That worked good. We're just going to modify them a little bit for because they had to relocate. The old hold-ups used to connect here on the back side, so they're right in the way for the new ram mounts. So you can see here's we got this one. The lower ram mount's already attached, and we got the ram here in place to do the initial kind of layout of the upper ram mounts. Yeah, every tractor we had was having issues picking this thing up. It took all of them, all the hydraulic power they had, and it wasn't working anymore. So you can see here, I went into my 3D modeling program, and this is the initial plan that we went off of for the well, this is for the updated tongue when we get around to building it. The tongue right now isn't strong enough. We've broke it a couple times, but that's a project for another winter. But yeah, here you can see these are the drawings from the 3D model that I was able to produce that told me where the pin locations and ram mounts were to go. So, well, we should, here this afternoon, should get this completed. We hope to be planting corn here in the next day or so. And with the rocks we have, you need this. And we'll have it hooked again to our International 766. And see here's the wheels and tires that are for it. We'll have it hooked to our 766 and be making flat fields out of some rocky fields. So we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. So it's the next day. We got pretty much done with our project. You can see here we got well, actually you can see it's sitting outside. So it's here's the new cylinders mounted. We got them put new mounts at the bottom, and we had to put these new mounts at the top. And then we also had to change our hydraulic lines. The new mounts interfered with the hydraulic lines. We had to shorten the hydraulic lines, and then we had to move these hold-ups for transport. They used to be on the back, now they're on the front. And we had to reused both the top and the bottom mount from before, but we had to relocate them from the back to the front. And we did the same thing on the other side. So, like I said, I designed this, I designed and I redesigned lift system, well, the entire Packer, but specifically this lift system. So this is the second go round of the lift system, and it is perfect. You walk in you go in the tractor, you just pull the hydraulic lever, it hits its detent, and it'll just raise up until it gets to the top and kicks the detent off. And before, it was a struggle. You had to hold the lever to overcome the relief valve in the tractors to get it to lift. It just, this is so much nicer. And I hope to be using it again tomorrow, or using it tomorrow for the first time this year. We're gonna hook her behind the 766 sitting over there, get her unhooked from the moldboard plow and hook her up to this one, and then we're gonna go to town. Anyway, the modification is complete. New cylinders, new lift cylinders are on it, and the next thing we need to do here in the next, won't get to it this year, but we're going to build a new tongue for it. As I mentioned before, this tongue it's just not strong enough. The twist stress on this tongue was unanticipated. We didn't expect it to be as significant as it is, and so you can see here right next to the ram, you can see where we've been welding on it. We broke the lower tube on the tongue already a couple times over the years, and we have new steel to build a whole new tongue. This stuff is currently 6x4 1/4-inch wall. New steel we're going to use is 8x4 3/8-inch wall. So that's going to add. It's going to add some significant weight to the Packer, which was part of the impetus to put the new lift cylinders on, and then you add more weight to it. It was a barely lift as it was, and so now we have plenty of extra capacity. Thanks for watching.